Hello friends! Today I'll tell you a story about a boy whose photographs have been spreading all over the internet for a long time. I'm sure that you can't even imagine what the consequences of improper diet and excessive consumption of food could be. Well, the boy featured in our story today has experienced all the pain and hopelessness of an overly obese life, and that's why his story made so much noise at one point. Arya was born in a poor rural family in Indonesia. He was the most ordinary and healthy child, weighing just over 3 kilograms. It should be mentioned that the boy had a good appetite from birth and always ate more than his peers. Until the age of 5 years, Arya was simply a rather big boy, but over time, he began to eat a lot more than the norm for his age. Eventually, he lost all sense of proportion and always demanded his favorite food from his parents. The not-so-little boy ate fried chicken and instant noodles almost every day and washed it down with sugar soda. The parents didn't want to deny their son what he wanted, so they gave the boy everything he asked for. Jumping ahead, I'll just say that they did eventually take responsibility for letting the situation get out of control. The boy's appetite was increasing with each passing day, and by the age of 10, Arya was eating so much that his meals could barely fit on 2 huge plates. But what was even more incredible was that he ate 5 meals a day. At first, the boy's parents and grandmother were very proud of him. A real man was growing up in their family. But later, they realized that things got out of hand. They finally understood that if the boy's diet didn't change, his future would be very gloomy. It wasn't just his health that was on the line, but his life as well. Due to his insatiable appetite, Arya gained over 130 kilograms in just 4 years and began to attract everyone's attention. Can you even imagine? When he went outside, people even asked to take pictures with the big boy. This kind of popularity flattered the heavy boy at first, but over time, his parents realized that things had to change. It's worth mentioning that the boy's mother initially said that he was a completely normal and healthy child. No one seemed to care that the boy couldn't run or jump like the other kids. His parents enjoyed the popularity. There were many stories in the media about this boy, and it even got covered on TV. At one point, he became a local celebrity. Over the next 2 years, Arya became so famous in his country that the local politicians began to send him food, clothes, and other mostly useless and even harmful things. These donations helped the parents a lot because the poor family had only one breadwinner. And when the boy of our story was 9 years old, his weight reached a critical point, and his health began to deteriorate rapidly. After each attempt to get out of bed or even walk 5 meters, he got severe shortness of breath and nearly fainted. The boy virtually lost the ability to move and could no longer fit into a bath. His father even built a special pool in front of the house for his beloved son to bathe there. It should also be said that finding clothes for the boy wasn't an easy task either, since such sizes simply didn't exist. It was only the Indonesian tradition of wearing special sarong skirts that saved the situation. But people continue to talk about the incredible boy from Indonesia because in 2016, at the age of 10, Arya became the biggest child on the planet with a weight of 193 kilograms. Just think about it for a second. It's the weight of 6 regular boys his age, or almost 3 adult men. Realizing how big of a problem they were facing, his parents tried to put Arya on a strict diet. For the first time in his life, the boy was forced to eat healthy foods, such as rice, steamed fish, and vegetables. But when Arya saw small portions at the table, he acted like a real child. He freaked out, screamed, and left the table defiantly. He could even break the plates. The boy lost 3 kilograms during the first month of his diet, but then he started gaining them back. The breaking point for Arya was the flag-raising ceremony at his school, when he fell right during the celebration and couldn't get up on his own. The doctors of one of the largest clinics in Indonesia heard the boy's story, and after a long and thorough exam, they concluded that it was the most severe case of obesity in the world. The clinic volunteered to help the boy for free. In an attempt to normalize the boy's weight, the clinic's doctors decided to join forces with the leading obesity control specialist from Jakarta, Dr. Grace Gedeo, who spent 2 days in the family of 11-year-old Arya Perman in order to find the cause of his obesity. When the doctor decided to weigh the boy, he hid in his room because he didn't want to look at his huge weight. At that moment, the boy's mother, 39-year-old Rokaya Sumantri, took plates of food to his room because it was time for lunch. Despite the hunger strike that Arya started during the doctor's visit, his mother still believed that the boy had to eat and even offered him a choice of several dishes. According to Dr. Grace, the key role in the boy's obesity was played by his parents, who had a very wrong idea of a balanced diet for their son. The doctors talked to them, and the boy had to undergo a surgery to reduce the size of his stomach. At first, the little patient was depressed because he was worried about the need to eat less, since eating was in fact his main joy in life. Fortunately, the 5-hour-long surgery was successful, and the boy was ready to change his life for the better. Moreover, many of Arya's peers supported their friend, and when the famous bodybuilder Ade Rai got in touch with the family and invited the boy to start working out at the gym together, Arya gladly accepted his offer, although he understood that it would be very, very hard. By that time, the portions of food the boy ate got significantly smaller. Now he only needed to eat several tablespoons of soup to feel full, and if he ate more, he felt nauseous immediately. In just a few months, the boy's weight decreased by 45 kilograms, and he was finally able to attend school on his own. Arya also took up running. He ran 2 kilometers each day and started to show interest in football, swimming, and boxing. Things that he could only dream of before, but never thought he would actually be able to try doing one day. Of course, the support of relatives and peers meant a lot to Arya. They patiently taught him outdoor games, invited him over, and the boy's depression didn't even leave a trace. Over the past 3 years, the boy's life has changed completely. He started getting regular medical checkups and consulted a nutritionist under the supervision of his parents. He continued to play sports and visit places where he simply couldn't feel comfortable because of his weight, such as the water park. Arya's life sparkled with new colors. The hobbies of endless eating of fatty foods were replaced by the appropriate hobbies for a child of his age. Of course, his appearance didn't change overnight. Arya needed to undergo several surgeries to remove the stretched-out skin on his stomach, arms, and legs, but it was definitely worth it. In 4 years after the surgery, Arya Perm lost 100 kilograms, which was a huge victory for the little boy. And now his weight is 85 kilograms, and he doesn't look much different from his classmates. He gets to live a full life, and looking at his latest pictures, it's even hard to believe that this boy had recently gotten into the book of records as the heaviest child in the world. He plays all kinds of sports and is on his firm path to his goal, which is to weigh 60 kilograms. The story of Arya Perman isn't just a story of his personal success in working on his habits, but also a story of incredible support of compassionate people, of the parents' willingness to admit their mistakes, and a good motivation for those who still can't find the strength to change their life. After all, if even a boy who weighed almost 200 kilograms at the age of 10 was able to change his life, then the rest of us can certainly be able to do so. Friends, share your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about Arya's story? And that's all for today. Rate the video if you liked it, and see you soon. Bye.